We live down here in the foothills, where the paths are all riddled with holes, and the king up there on the mountain will be appeased by nothing less than our souls. Yeah, he wants nothing less than our souls. And so we offer our labor at the cost of our own worth. I don't mean to be rattling sabers, but I had my second birth. Yeah, I had my second birth. You know, Henry David Thoreau saw a government that was tyrannical and warmongering, and he said, "No, I will not support this." Civil Disobedience was the essay that he wrote. That essay apparently got in the hands of one we call Mahatma Gandhi, the great soul, that one in India who aligned his gifting and privilege behind the voice of the people. And he was willing to take a beating, willing to risk death at many turns.
Was God born to wrestle with science in an age wrought with anger and fear? We've been holding our own, hoping that we've outgrown our urge to make promises dear. 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 We've been holding our own, hoping that we've outgrown our urge to make promises dear. We will push our roots deep into the soil, and we will stretch our branches out past the fear. We will no longer need a leader to lead, because they only make promises dear. 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 We will no longer need a leader to lead, because they only make promises dear. We were held by the mother of the mountain as we made our way back down, with the root underfoot and the river down below, and the clouds making thundering sounds, 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 with the root underfoot and the river down below, and the clouds making thundering sounds.
I've worn the uniforms. I've gained your college degrees. I've put myself in service. I've been to your therapist. I've surrendered myself to the healing institutions. And I even worked in the healing institutions as a healer. Here is one way I have discovered to describe the suffering of the human condition. The only true sin in our culture is to be unable to monetize oneself for one's true worth, or to be unwilling or incapable of trading one's time for a wage, becoming a slave paid wage earner. This message was communicated to me quite clearly when someone that I loved very deeply and very dearly told me that unless I could get back to work, I needed to get the fuck on down the road. Can you sense the betrayal in that? Why am I telling you all of this? Because I truly believe that together we can discover our common work, our common stories, and our common love, that we can strengthen one another, and that when we strengthen one another, we strengthen all the tribes to which we are connected. And I believe that depth tribes feed the world.
There were also those of us who rose up in the United States before I was born in the 60s, 50s, and before. Those who were rising up for generations, who decided, yes, I will sit in this seat on the bus. Yes, I will sit at this drugstore counter. And we are all coming to this place again as we realize the great tyranny that we have somehow agreed to.
Labor and the expression of worth.
Is there justice happening here? That's a question that only you can answer for yourself, which is also the only place that true authority can arise from.
What does one do in their darkest moment? Do you know what it's like when the hurt, the hate, the abandonment, the rejection, the isolation is right on the surface? Do you know what that's like? I'm talking about the desperation of the human condition because I'm full on feeling that desperation in my life every day. And so I try to talk about the bigger picture and try to bring some kind of perspective and context to the bigger picture because I've been suffering so deeply.
Promises, dear. Promises, dear. Promises, dear. Promises, dear. Promises, dear. Promises, dear. We've been holding our own, hoping that we've outgrown our urge to make promises.
Authentic Intelligence University is a revolutionary, decentralized community of fearless visionaries, bold educators, and willing seekers of truth, uniting applied knowledge with advanced intelligence to empower humanity, protect autonomy, and ignite expression. Guided by fearless love, immutable integrity, and inspired action, AIU facilitates real connections, now and forevermore.